Good morning, everyone. I will bring up our first speaker, Dr. Santelises, CEO of City Schools.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. I'm going to ask you all to agree with me not to share with my mother that I was running late. She would not be pleased, but I am thrilled to be here. I will say, as I was walking up, I remember walking through Hartford Heights with Principal Cromartie, and the coming in again, knowing all of the work that went into today's event, I think makes it even more special, knowing that we spent a good portion of the year as a district outside of schools. And so just know that today has, I would say, an even greater level of significance and importance, and I think really does celebrate our community. As always, I want to thank our partners at Baltimore City, Maryland Stadium Authority, the Interagency Commission on School Construction, and the state of Maryland for your ongoing support for this truly transformative school construction program. I would like to recognize Board Chair Linda Chinya, as well as Commissioner Chantel Roberts, is Kyrie Sykes here today? Is Commissioner Sykes here? Okay, I thought he might have been. And then I also want to offer my thanks to Mayor Brandon Scott, who always makes sure I have a seat at every event, Senator Corey McCray, Council President Nick Mosby, Councilman Robert Stokes, as well as delegates Chanel Branch, Talmadge Branch, and finally, I want to recognize former Mayor Jack Young, Director Tisha Edwards of the Mayor's Office of Children and Family Success, and a special welcome to the family of Mr. William C. March, in whose honor this campus is named. This ceremony really does mark a significant step in the fulfillment of our promise to the students and families of Baltimore, our commitment to provide our young people with safe, modern learning environments that they both need and deserve, and our determination to press forward until every single student has the tools and the opportunity they need and deserve to be successful. It is now my great pleasure to welcome today's student speaker, an incoming third grader at Hartford Heights Elementary, Isaiah Miles.
I have a new school building. I am so excited. Everything in the school will be shiny and new. This means that everything will work and look nice for us students. This new school will be a place where I will learn many new things from my teachers, especially in the new science lab. My new school building, I can focus on learning and becoming a better reader. The new building makes my community look nice, giving me a home away from home. It's a place where students and their families will feel welcome. The new building will provide a safe environment for everyone. The best part about the building is the new playground for me and my classmates to play on. I am so excited about my new school building and my new science lab to do experiments.
So Isaiah, that was a fabulous job, sir. Nicely done. And I also think that it is particularly telling that Isaiah has already scoped out some of his favorite parts in the building. And I do think it's notable that we have a young man who is already showing his various talents because he, one, noted the science lab, and I love that, as well as the playground. So when we talk about student wholeness, buildings also matter when we want young people to be able to express who they are. So thank you, Isaiah, for doing such a masterful job. I am now pleased to introduce Mr. Michael Friends, Executive Director of the Maryland Stadium Authority and a truly valued partner in the 21st Century Buildings Program. Michael.
Thank you, Dr. Santelises, and thanks everyone for being here today. You know, I'm very pleased to be here at the opening of this beautiful new school, and very proud of the MSA staff who've worked on it, as well as our partners. Governor Hogan sends his sincere congratulations and expresses his gratitude for the 21st Century School Buildings Program, that it's changing Maryland and Baltimore for the better. You know, we're here today not only because of the partners that helped design and build this school, but we're here because of the tireless efforts of community and faith leaders, parents and teachers, students and alumni, and city and school officials who advocated for this historic school construction program. With our program partners, Baltimore City Schools, Baltimore City, and the Interagency Commission on School Construction, we've now delivered 18 of 28 modernized school buildings on time and on budget. Together, you know, we're contributing to the education of Baltimore's children, employment of citizens, and creating opportunities for local businesses and neighborhood revitalization. Also through this program, I'm delighted to announce that 948 positions have been filled by local Baltimore residents, exceeding the 369 commitments made anticipated earlier, and that $352 million in contracts have been awarded so far to Maryland certified minority and women-owned businesses, equating to 33.1% MBE participation. I would also like to thank MSA's Board of Directors, most of whom I think are watching virtually today, for their leadership and wise counsel and in helping us succeed in this program. I especially want to thank Gary McGuigan and Eric Johnson, who oversee this program on a day-to-day basis for MSA, and their highly professional staff like Tim Kober, project manager for this project, you know, another one on time and on budget, and a beautiful building, and also Morgan Baker, project coordinator, who I believe is here today. I also want to thank David Wraith, MSA's Chief Financial Officer, for his success in overseeing the issuance of bonds for this program. Finally, thank you to Crabtree, Rohrbaugh and Associates, and MCN Southway, our project partners for this state-of-the-art school, fully accessible, adaptable, and sustainable. In closing, MSA was established 35 years ago to build, manage, and maintain quality sports and entertainment facilities in Maryland. Our mission has since expanded and evolved to include sports marketing, economic studies, and to date, $3 billion in construction projects and programs across the state. I think, though, that the 21st Century School Program best exemplifies our mission to provide enjoyment, enrichment, education, and business opportunities for citizens. So thanks, everyone. Now I'd like to welcome Jamie Bridges of the Maryland Interagency Commission on School Construction, who will present governor's citations to the principals of the schools. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you to everybody. Thanks for being here. It's so good to see you, and it's so good to be here on behalf of the Interagency Commission for School Construction to open the brand new Hartford Heights Elementary and Sharp-Leadenhall Elementary Middle Schools. It seems like it was just a dream 5 years ago. Before I present the governor's citations to the principals, I want to recognize all the work that has been put into date. It cost so much time and more than $44 million to make this dream real. To keep it real for 30 years or more will take a lot more work. The cost to operate and maintain this state-of-the-art school building for 30 years is estimated to be around $50 million. That is more than the cost to build it. So it'll cost more than $90 million to make sure that the teachers and the students at Hartford Heights and Sharp-Leadenhall can do the good work for 30 years or more. We are all here because it is worth it. We are here because their work is worth it. So, without further ado, I would like to invite Principal Danielle Cromartie of Hartford Heights to join me on stage so I can present her with a governor's citation. All right, so I will read it. Be it known that on behalf of the citizens of the state, in recognition of the outstanding commitment of the students, faculty, and staff of the Hartford Heights Elementary School to quality education and academic excellence, with sincere congratulations on the occasion of the ribbon cutting of your new replacement school project, and as an expression of our admiration, great respect, and warmest best wishes for success in the days and the years to come, we are pleased to confer upon you this governor's citation.
Thank you very much.
All right, now this is a twofer, so I would like to invite Principal Lillian Cockrell of Sharp-Leadenhall on stage to join me so I can present another one. Be it known that on behalf of the citizens of this state, in recognition of the outstanding commitment of the students, faculty, and staff of the Sharp-Leadenhall Elementary School, Middle School too, to quality education and academic excellence, with sincere congratulations on the occasion of the ribbon cutting of your new replacement school project, and as an expression of our admiration, great respect, and warmest best wishes for success in the days and the years to come, we are pleased to confer upon you this governor's citation.
You're looking this direction right here? That camera. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for the time. I would like to leave you in the good hands of Principal Cockrell.
Good morning, state and city dignitaries and all Baltimore City Public Schools stakeholders. It is with great honor that I stand before you as we celebrate a new building, Sharp-Leadenhall, in the Hartford Heights community. At Sharp-Leadenhall, our vision for students is that they will be productive members of society, and with the new building and with the focus of 21st century skills, we will give our students the ability to acquire these skills needed to gain successful employment after they leave high school. Our new 21st century building will allow our students to become proficient in technology and related skills so that they can be competitive in a job market that emphasizes the need for 21st century skills. The new building is a beginning to what we see as having a huge impact on all students, staff, and Sharp-Leadenhall stakeholders. Our students deserve the absolute best. And the new building demonstrates that the Board of Commissioners recognizes and validates the opportunities the students need. The classrooms are larger and well-equipped with the standards and technology that are the highest, and the space is much larger than we have now. We are so excited to fill all of this building with opportunities and activities that are student-centered and recognize the ability for student wholeness. We can't wait to see our students walk in the door for the first time, as I'm sure we will see a bountiful amount of smiles, and they will be in awe of the building, and they will also have a sense of belonging. The new Sharp-Leadenhall building will provide teachers the tools needed to perform rigorous instruction while utilizing technology, and will engage and motivate our students to be active learners. The technology will also allow teachers to differentiate instruction with fidelity in order to meet the needs of all students, their individual learning goals and learning styles. We always strive to engage our students, but the new 21st century building will promote a greater sense of student engagement, which will impact student motivation and academic mastery. We want to thank the Board of Commissioners and the Maryland Stadium Authority for the new 21st century Sharp-Leadenhall building. It is my hope that they understand how important the new space is for our students and all Sharp-Leadenhall stakeholders. Please accept our sincerest gratitude for the new Sharp-Leadenhall building and all the benefits that come with new construction. We would also like to thank, sorry, I'm so used to wearing a mask, I got hot there for a second. We would also like to thank the Harford Heights community for embracing us into their community. At this time, we would not have been able to do this with ease and fidelity and without the stress, without all the folks from 21st Century Building. So please know that we appreciate you, we appreciate the Board of Commissioners, and we are so grateful to have an opportunity for our students that will allow them to be productive citizens in society. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce Harford Heights Principal, Ms. Danielle Tillman Cromartie.
Good morning to all of our guests here in person and to the Harford Heights families and greater community who are joining us virtually. I'm Danielle Cromartie, as Ms. Cockrell said, and I have the privilege of serving as the principal of the amazing Harford Heights Elementary School. I want to begin today by expressing my gratitude to our third grade student, Isaiah Miles, for bravely standing before you to share what a new building like this means to him. He is definitely one of our student leaders, so all of you in this room, watch out for him because he's awesome. At Harford Heights, we focus on creating a safe and supportive learning environment for students while setting high academic expectations. Our goal is always for students to feel like our school is a second home and that our staff is an extension of their family, because we all know that it takes a village. Some of our village, our community partners, are here with us today. They are the ones that sow into our community with their continued support and sponsorship of school initiatives. And here today, I would like to publicly thank them for their continuing to show up for our students. The investment 21st Century Schools has made in the Harford Heights community shows that they too share our vision for our students. From the William C. March Meditation Room, with materials supplied by our community partner at Roberta's House, to the state-of-the-art technology, science lab, collaborative learning spaces, and Weinberg Library. It is a true community effort. This is a school where we can continue our mission of focusing on student-centered learning, where both academic and social-emotional learning can happen in a building that is fitting for the young people that we serve. What a joyous day for the current and future students of Harford Heights and for the Harford Heights community at large. I would like to thank Baltimore City Public Schools, the Maryland Stadium Authority for their continued advocacy for the children of Baltimore, and for recognizing that our children deserve learning spaces that will provide them with the resources they need to continue to grow into the next artist, teacher, doctor, musician, or anything else they dream to be. I can't wait to watch our Hartford Heights Eagles soar as their possibilities are endless. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce our mayor, the Honorable Brandon Scott.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is a great day, and this is what investing in the promise of our young people and not their failure looks like. This is what, Mr. Executive Director, Mr. Senator, partnership looks like. This is what is possible when we set aside every sort of political difference, every sort of thing that doesn't matter, to focus on what matters, and that's our young people and their education and how we're able to allow them to become the best versions of themselves. Madam Chair, I just want to say thank you to everyone. Congratulations to the principals. Congratulations, Isaiah. I'll see you on the playground next year. But this is truly a remarkable day. And we know that we've done this 20-something times. And Madam CEO, we'll be doing it 5 times again, 5 new schools when we go back to school in August. But we know we have so much more to do. This is a humbling moment for these 2 school communities because we know what this is going to provide. I know very well, Madam Principal, as I say, I can only imagine how many more of my classmates from Malcolm X would still be with us today if they had a building like this, if they were able to drink the water, if they had air conditioning, if they had science labs, if they had a gym inside of their school. This is what the 21st Century Schools program is all about. This is what the tough work and the great work of all of us coming together, Mayor Young, to do this important work because we know that we have to invest in our young people because there is a world that is trying to suck them up and spit them back out the other side. But when we continue to invest in school buildings and invest in school communities and change the way that we're educating our young people and doing it in the honor of the March family, only adds the icing on the cake. So I just want to say thank you to everyone for allowing us to continue to be partners in this effort, and I look forward to being here in person with young people when we go back to school to see them utilize this wonderful building and see them continue to grow as Isaiah is into the best version of themselves. And we'll keep the seat warm for you, but it won't be too long, sir. Congratulations. And now I have the distinct honor of introducing my state senator, my good friend, my brother, Senator Corey McCray.
How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Okay, perfect. So first, I'd just like to say I'm humbled and I'm honored. I'm humbled and I'm honored just to be able to bring greetings on behalf of the 45th Legislative District. I saw my delegate out there, Delegate Talmadge Branch. On behalf of Delegate Chanel Branch, on behalf of Delegate Stephanie Smith, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. But Dr. Santelises, it's important to remember that this didn't just happen in this moment at time right now. There are people of shoulders that we stand on right now. And I'd also like to say thank you to our Senator McFadden, who had a great stake in making this happen. I see my mayor out there, Mayor Jack Young, in reference to like the bottle tax and how I had to shepherd it through our city council because, Nick, this didn't just happen at this moment in time right now. This happened through a partnership. This happened through a partnership where Bill was involved, ACLU was involved, Madam Chair and the Board of Commissioners were involved, and I'm thankful for your leadership, Principal Cromartie and Principal Cockrell, for what you will do for our young people. And I say that in saying that I think about this North Avenue corridor, and I think about all the families. I think about all the families that live in South Clifton Park. I think about the families that live in Darley Park. I think about the families that live in New Broadway East and how this will impact them. Just this past Friday, we were at another ribbon cutting, Councilman Stokes, where we're lifting the east side of Baltimore City, where we're lifting that North Avenue corridor. We were at Roberta's house, right there on that North Avenue corridor, still dealing with the Anchor family, the March family, to make sure that we go in that right direction. But that's what momentum looks like. That's what momentum looks like. And I have a great feeling. I have great expectations for what that North Avenue corridor looks like 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, Mr. March. I think about all the things that I see on the TV for our Baltimore City Public Schools. But I look at this moment right here. With that partnership with Maryland Stadium Authority, with that partnership of MOED, they talked about the people that went to work on the project, but let's talk about it coming on time. Let's talk about it coming under budget. Let's talk about it being a model for the state of Maryland, because everyone, all the other 23 jurisdictions are trying to model Baltimore City, and we're at the front of this, Dr. Santelises. Isaiah, you don't know how much you made me proud. I think about the words that you shared, and I know as a black man growing up in this city, just like Nicholas Mosby, just like Brandon Scott, that you make us all proud at that moment. The next person that I get to bring up, just like myself, went through and matriculated through Baltimore City Public Schools. Just like myself, a man that grew up with a single mother. Just like myself, raising two daughters in the city of Baltimore. I always try to push him to get them boys out there. He won't go with me. But I'm proud, I'm honored to bring up our council president working very hard for the city of Baltimore, Nicholas J. Mosby. Thank you.
This is an amazing day. It's somewhat real special to me because as I sat there and I watched Isaiah speak, I thought about a picture that I found a couple months ago, Madam CEO. And Brandon, that was a picture from 37 years ago, of a little boy walking down the steps that is counter to this building. They like zigzag down. And at the top of the steps, there's a little boy with some navy blue pants on, a white little polo shirt, and this composition book that he was so proud to hold because this was his tool to this thing that his grandmother and his mother taught him was called education. And that little boy, that was his first day of school ever. That little boy was me. This was my first elementary school. So I'm gonna be a redundant record and talk about the best speaker today. So when Isaiah stood up here, and Isaiah talked about the access to this amazing facility, it immediately took me right back to looking up at the largest elementary school on the East Coast as my school, a school that I was proud of. And that's what this represents today with 21st Century Schools for Isaiah and all of his peers. A school where they can be proud of their gym, a school where they can drink the water, a school where they can be warm, a school where they can feel safe to your principals. That's exactly what we're doing. This is the intersectionality of private-public partnership while giving back to our young folks and providing them real opportunities for the future. If they don't understand and know what we're pouring into them, how can they really expect to trust us, to believe in us, and to grow inside of these facilities? That's what 21st Century School is all about. And the senator was right. This has been a long process in the making with hundreds, if not thousands of folks that are really pouring into our young folks. So today is a day for all of us to be proud. And I'm so, so excited to see Isaiah and what he does in 37 years. Thank you.
Thank you. And now I would like to bring up Councilman Robert Stokes Sr. for some remarks.
First, I want to thank God for being here today. This is a great day in Baltimore, and I want to talk about it because some great things happen all over the city, but there's been some great things happening in the 12th district, and I'm so proud to represent this district and still live here and grew up here. And at March, and I'm just opening up the first trauma center, urban trauma center in the country. We have to address that. We have trauma in our community. Mr. Can't remember his name. Mr. Arrington just opened up apprenticeship training for our young people because all our young people do not want to go to college. He invested his own money. We just did a ribbon cut for that. Now we opening up a school for our young people who can actually see in here. Because some of our schools look like institutions, really. Because when you come in, they didn't know if it was snowing or raining. So it's bright, it's clean, but the most important part to the principals, you have a family here. You have Broadway East, you have Oliver, you have South Clifton Park, you have Midway, you have, did I leave any out? Dolly Park. You have a family here because we still have to support you, the teachers, and especially our students. You have a family here. I will be back, but I just want to let you know that you do have a family because we have to nourish our young people here in the school, and we just can't walk away and say, this is not my child. So thank you, but I want to introduce, last but not least, Mr. Linda Sheena, did I get it right? Chinya, School Board Chair. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'll say it the way I used to say it to students, Chinya, like Virginia. But it's so good to be with you. On behalf of the Baltimore City Board of School Commissioners, I really want to thank everyone who participated in this celebration of our newest 21st century school building. I have to tell you that this is a happy day and also one of the last ribbon cuttings that I get to participate in as the chair of the board. I will still be around, but as the chair of the board, so this is very special for me. And I'm taking great joy in knowing that another building, another 21st century building is opening to serve over 560 students in 2 schools who will now benefit from this great learning environment. City Schools is continuing to make progress in fulfilling our obligation to provide our students and families with the supports that they need to be successful. And it's an essential part of the district and the board's commitment to equity, and I am grateful to everyone at the city and the state level for their partnership in this important endeavor. I'd also like to add my gratitude to every member of the 21st Century Team and City Schools Operations Office for their dedication, their professionalism, and their determination in completing this huge task, as was said earlier, on schedule, despite the challenges that were posed by the COVID pandemic. So again, thank you everyone who worked to make this achievement possible. And I know, especially on behalf of the students, thank you again. I'm also, at this time, going to ask that our Mayor Scott come back up on stage for some additional presentations.
The chair knows that I often have had troubles with following directions in school buildings, so I forgot something earlier. So if our principals could please join us. And I know Principal Karate, your squad is in the back. They'll be cheering again in a second. I need to have a squad like yours. So I'll just read these to you. I'll read both, but they're both the same. This is a mayoral salute. On behalf of the citizens of Baltimore, I am pleased to salute Hartford Heights Elementary School and Sharp-Leadenhall Elementary Middle in recognition of today's ribbon cutting ceremony at the Hartford Heights Elementary School building at the William C. Marsh campus. The 21st Century School Buildings Plan's promise of a new and renovated schools will help transform student opportunities and achievement, provide jobs and resources to families, and help revitalize neighborhoods. On behalf of the citizens of Baltimore, I want to thank you and congratulate you for this new modernized school facility for our young people in our community. Congratulations. Hold on. They're going to boss us around in 1 second.
Everyone, can we step forward, please?
See?
We're looking at this camera right here.
And squad.
Thank you.
All right.
And now it is my pleasure to invite our speakers to join Dr. Santelises and me for the official ribbon cutting ceremony. Thank you.
3, 2, 1, cut.